She's just a kind of classic New York woman, an intellectual, married, has a, is a big book critic, has a wonderful daughter, wonderful home, and it all is pulled out from underneath her. Her husband walks out on her. She is somewhat culpable. She has lived a life with the head and not the heart, and has been neglectful in certain areas of her life, and her whole life is thrown into upheaval. But she is a powerhouse. She kind of has everything, and now suddenly maybe nothing, and it's a big, big, big transition she has to undergo.
And it's an unusual friendship between Darwan and Wendy.
Yes.
And they find solace in each other.
Yes.
What is it that draws them to each other?
It's what drew me to the script most of all. Is I think it's a story that is rarely told, and that just the profound effects that true friendship that can have on our lives. Our friends save us often. They are capable of saving us because other things are not at play. And they have a way, and especially, Darwan is this incredibly beautiful, soulful, religious man. And Wendy is this fire and rage against the world. And I think, they come together and help each other they have such an amazing effect on one another. I mean, you see it. Wendy's face literally changes after knowing Darwan. And Darwan, I think truly gets taller after knowing Wendy. I think our friends change us. Not only they change us emotionally, but they change, the emotional is the physical, and they change us in this way that is lifelong.
What was it like working with Ben?
A dream. I was in a film with him several years ago that Isabel Coixet, our director, directed, called Elegy, a beautiful film that starred Penelope Cruz and Sir Ben, and I played his lover in that film, and now I'm his friend. But it's hard for me to put into words how much I adore Sir Ben, how much I rather worship him, and I love working with him. He's the very definition of a great actor. He really is. He's everything you need and want. Every single day on that set, he's ready to go.
And do you have a favourite moment in the film?
I think when his hair comes down in that car, seeing him, I don't know, it's moving to me. It still is. It's just his hair tumbling down, this incredibly vulnerable. It's just very beautiful to me, that moment. It still is. It's very moving to me.
And there are, unfortunately, very few meaty roles for older women in film.
Yeah.
So how significant are films like this?
Well, very. We keep working. I do think there's a shift, though. I mean, we have talked for a long time about ageism, and that's a given, and that's never going to go away. But I do think women are rising, and I do think it's important. There are women, there are more films being made starring women in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and even 70s, in particular in the U.S. and in London. And I think we are moving forward. And I think the tone and timbre of our business is shifting. Because I think people want to see these films. They make money. And a lot of these films, they win awards. They get great reviews. They put people on the map. New distributors, new directors, it's a big thing. And there's an audience there, and I'm hoping this film finds this audience in London. I'm hopeful.
Yeah. And also, is it refreshing seeing the portrayal of minority communities?
Yes.
Which is also
It's one of the reasons I was attached to this film for a very long time, and it took a very long time to get this film made. But I was most proud of, the beauty of this Sikh community coming full forward. And the other night, at a Q&A, a Sikh woman stood, and it was so profound and so moving the way she spoke that she felt, the Sikh community was utterly and properly portrayed in this film. And she said, finally. And we knew that. I knew that, Sir Ben. I would never have made this film without that being right. And keeping it in full, and keeping all of it in, So.
And in terms of diversity, how do we ensure that we continue with that in the industry?
Well, first of all, we have to seek the projects that don't have complete white faces in them. It's boring. We're done with it. It's enough. We have to seek films that reflect the world we live in today. We are a world of immigrants. We are all of us from the United States, the UK. We have to continue to strive to put diverse people on film. And wherever in these scripts we can put people of color, people of different ethnicities, we have to. And it is our obligation. And we are responsible for that. And we can't ever lose sight of that.